Today I am thrilled to be unboxing the brand new iPad Air 5th generation with M1 chip. Now this is the same chip not just from the flagship iPad Pro, but also the iMac, MacBook Air, and MacBook Pro. I can't wait to test this and see what this chip is capable of. As always, I will leave all the purchase links down in the description. Let's get started. Alright, so the new iPad Air starts at $599, a full $200 less compared to the iPad Pro, but still with the same powerful chip inside. Now it comes in 5 beautiful colors, including the classic space gray that I have here today. Now I would have loved to see the midnight color, much like on the iPhone SE, which I just unboxed. Be sure to check out that video if you're interested. But at the same time, the space gray color is truly timeless and will always look good. So let's go ahead and open this up here. And the iPad Air now comes in 2 size options. We have a 64GB model as well as a 256GB model. Now, if you are planning to use the iPad for the long run, I definitely recommend upgrading to the 256GB model, as 64GB will just be difficult unless you're going to use your iPad for a very fine, very small, specific set of tasks. 64GB is probably going to fill very quickly. But let me know in the comments, do you have an iPad? And if so, which model do you use? Over the years, the iPad has really come a long way, and with the new iPad Air, I really want to see if I can use it as a computer. I even got the Magic Keyboard as well as the Smart Folio to hopefully help with that. So be sure to stay tuned for more iPad videos, including reviews of those products coming very soon. And then looking at the back here, as you can see, we have that beautiful space gray color. And then here on the front, we have that display. But before we take a closer look, let's just see what else is included in the box. So first, we have the Design by Apple in California. Very familiar phrase here. Let's go ahead and take this out and see what is inside. All right, so here we have a little quick start manual, very colorful. Very simple, only 2 pages required. After all, these iPads are very easy to use. We get your warranty and 2 Apple stickers. These are actually very big Apple stickers, pretty close in size to my MacBook, if I remember correctly. And then underneath, we have something we rarely see these days, and that is a charge brick. Now, this is actually great to see Apple have included one with the iPad. Here we have a 20-watt power brick, and this here, of course, is the UK version, as I am based in London. And then we have the USB-C port on the bottom. And then underneath that, we have the USB-C to USB-C cable. I'm really excited to see USB-C on the more recent iPad Airs, as this will really open it up to more functionality. For example, hooking it up to an external display, as well as an external hard drive, something I definitely see myself using, especially if I want to use the iPad as my main computer. So let's go ahead and put all this off to the side and take a closer look at the iPad Air. All right, so here it is, guys, the iPad Air. First thing that stands out is just how incredibly thin this design is. Now, the design is, of course, familiar compared to the previous generation. We get that nice boxy design with the aluminum frame, aluminum back, and then on the front here, we have that 10.9-inch IPS display, which can go up to 500 nits in terms of the brightness, also has True Tone, and will also support the 2nd generation Apple Pencil. Now, this is something that I actually did not buy, and the reason for this, let's just say I'm no doctor, but I do write like one. And then on the top here, we have the power button, which also incorporates Touch ID. Now, this is something that I always enjoy using. I find Touch ID to be incredibly reliable and fast to use. And here it is, the display comes to life. And then what is really, of course, the headline feature with this new iPad Air is that M1 chip inside. It is still hard to believe that truly a desktop class processor is now inside this portable, this incredibly thin device. And here we go, we have the iOS 15 boot screen, much thinner bezels compared to the previous generations of iPad that still have the home button on the front. And of course we have the front-facing camera on the front there. And then on the back we have the same 12-megapixel camera as last year, which will come in at f1.8. And this is a wide-angle camera that is still capable of recording video at 4K at 60 FPS, though I don't think I'll be using that too often on the iPad. More importantly though, looking at the front, on the top here, we do have an improved front-facing camera. So this now is a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle front camera, and this means it is capable of Apple's feature called Center Stage, in which the camera frame will automatically move to keep you in the middle of the frame during a video call. This is something that I really enjoy using and is great to see now brought to the iPad. And then unlike the iPad Pro, we do have dual speakers. So while it does look like there are 4 grills going around the iPad, these are dual speakers, but still stereo. So it should still deliver some really great sound. Now you can also buy the iPad Air in a 5G version. So this is great for traveling. I only have the Wi-Fi version here because I don't think I need it, but for some, this will be useful to have. I can't wait to start using the iPad Air and seeing how it fits into my day as well as my workflow, and eventually seeing if it's capable of replacing my MacBook as my main computer. With the iPad Air now featuring the same M1 chip as found in the iPad Pro, the gap between the two models in terms of features does narrow significantly, and this is something that I'll definitely touch on more in my full review. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything in particular you'd like me to touch on in my full iPad Air review. If you're interested, I will also leave links below my unboxing of the brand new iPhone SE. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.